One of my first YouTube videos was a music video for my college campus. It involved recording the music in a studio and having a friend write a rap, and then we filmed the video in all the iconic spots of our campus.
So, welcome to San Marcos, home of the Texas state. Never chose this school, just called it fate. In between Austin and SA off at 35, it's at Bobcat University, established 1899.
The video wasn't officially for a class project, but I included it in my audio engineering capstone portfolio because it's probably one of the most involved projects that I had done up to that point. When I became a teacher, I continued to make YouTube videos, a lot of them being classroom vlogs or teaching tips, and it led to this past year when my admin approached me and asked if I'd be interested in teaching a YouTube class, and thus the YouTube video production elective was created. So, this is my YouTube video production class. I'm a little more comfortable filming myself in front of them because they know the pain and the struggle and how awkward that this can be. But something that we do. This year was the first year of it, and it was interesting to teach kids how to create and engage with social media. How do you plan your title and thumbnail before you shoot? How do you utilize tags so YouTube knows who to recommend your video to? How do you leave comments on other videos that make people want to come check your videos out by avoiding comments like, hey, come watch my video, please, or cool vid, bro. After my first year of teaching this class, it got me thinking and wondering, how are other educators using social media in their classrooms? You're listening to Stories from the Classroom, and this is the second part of a two-part series called Leveraging Social Media as Educators. In part one, I spoke with CJ Reynolds, who really has utilized social media as a way of changing the narrative of what people think when they think of young black men from Philadelphia, because he vlogs from his classroom and he invites many of his students to be a part of that vlog. CJ also shared how he's leveraged social media in a way that's provided professional opportunities for him. In today's episode, part 2 of this series, I'll be talking about the use of social media by students in the classroom. The typical narrative is about how do we get kids off their phones and off social media during class time. But the two educators I chat with today are weaving social media directly into their curriculum. From students leveraging LinkedIn to make professional connections, to students creating Instagram and YouTube content to share stories from around the world, to students utilizing Twitter to become influential voices in their community. Stay tuned to hear these stories and learn how you can leverage social media as an educator. Hey, that was a clip from an episode of my podcast, Stories from the Classroom. If you'd like to listen to the rest of that episode, I've gone ahead and linked to it in Apple Podcast and Spotify and Stitcher and wherever podcasts are available in the description. Or you can just search Stories from the Classroom and find it that way. If you end up liking the episode and you want to support the podcast, subscribing to it and leaving a comment and rating in Stitcher or Apple Podcasts can really help other people find the podcast as it gets more and more positive feedback from listeners like you. So thanks so much for checking it out. I hope you do enjoy the rest of the episode, and hopefully I will see you in the next episode of Stories from the Classroom.